international problem. It's a technological problem. It's a generation problem we are in. But there's enough to confront that. Because you know what Paul said? Things present or things to come. Paul was talking about this generation, the technology we have now in Romans chapter 8. Not only of them, things now, things to come, will be able to separate me and you and our family. We're going to stand on the promises of God this morning, today. The word of God cannot be broken. The promise of God will be fulfilled in your family. Will be fulfilled in our family. That's the reason we are here. God said, I've heard the affliction. I'm reading the rest of it to you as we continue in the prayer. But I'll come down. Today, the Lord will answer our prayer. The Lord will answer our prayer. And I must warn you as we begin to pray now. There are prayers. There are different kinds of prayer. There are prayers of regret. God doesn't answer that. There are prayers of condemnation. God doesn't answer that. Lord, you know, anyway, if you want to do anything, you can do it. I'm not useful of anything. I know I blew it up. Anyway, if you want, that's not prayer. Satan loves those kind of prayer. Because it doesn't touch him. But the one you pray, I'll tell the devil, here is the boundary. The righteous is as bold as what? You say, here is the boundary from today. By the authority of the Bible, you stop here. This family belongs to God. I cast out this family. You have to remove your hand. Satan wants that. People say, stop. Don't you understand, brethren? Even in the middle of Jesus Christ, our Lord, there are times they bring people to Jesus to be healed. Brothers and sisters, Satan will still show up there to say, no, I can't let him go. And Jesus will say, come get out of here. And then he will go. And in our family, Satan will go. Amen. We need to spend time to pray. I'm telling you all this so that you understand. It's not a prayer you are praying, you are doing. Jesus, they said we should pray. Jesus will say, pray. Satan will also do that. We're not here for that. If you are going to do that, it's okay. But those of us who wants to draw the line, don't you see how Moses drew the line? He drew the line. Pharaoh said, I will not see your face. You will not see my face anymore. You said it. You won't see my face anymore. Until you let go. And Pharaoh will not let go. Even when they let them go, don't you know what happened? He ran after them. Until he perished in the Red Sea. It took Moses a lot of effort to do that. Thank God you are here this morning. The Lord will answer our prayer. Yes. Are you ready to pray? Yes. I'm asking you, are you ready to pray? Yes. Let's rise up on our feet. The Lord will strengthen you. The Lord will energize you. Amen. The Lord will give you grace. Amen. The Lord will give you strength. The Lord will give you victory. Why is the amen going down? Amen. It looks like you are not excited the way I am excited. I'm excited because a new day has come. Amen. I am excited because Satan is in trouble because I recognize my own authority. I am excited because I know when I realize my position in Christ, the devil is in trouble. And it doesn't matter what the enemy has done to me, to my family. That's the part. From now on, I can stand. And the Lord will back you up. Amen. Close your eyes and worship the Lord with joy in your heart that you are a child of God. Everybody open your mouth and worship the Lord. Thank the Lord that you are a child of God. You are in the kingdom. Thank the Lord because you are not dead today. You are alive. And rejoice before the Lord because your victory is coming back. Good to see you pray this morning. Parent forum. It's the time to pray for our children with fasting and praying. Bless the name of the Lord. Glorify the name of the Lord. Exalt the name of the Lord. Worship the name of the Lord. Lift up the name of the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Thank the Lord for your husband. Thank the Lord for your wife. Thank the Lord for the children God gave you. Be happy. Be rejoicing. Those children, they are not devils. God gave them to you. Want to thank the Lord for that. Mommy, remember the day you gave back to them? You almost died. God spare your life. Aren't you glad? And you have those children, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. Aren't you happy? Want to say, Daddy, thank you for those children. Bless the name of the Lord. Thank the Lord for your family, your own family, your own family. Worship the name of the Lord. Glorify the Lord. And thank the Lord for what God has done in their life so far. Worship the Lord for what the Lord has done so far in the life of our children, your own children, my own children. Open your mouth and bless the name of the Lord. Rejoice before the Lord. Glorify the name of the Lord. Lift up the name of the Lord for each one of them. You don't have to bury them. Straight bullet didn't kill them. They went to school, they finished college. Aren't you grateful to the Lord? Thank the Lord because there is hope. Worship the Lord because there is hope. Glorify the Lord because there is hope. There is hope. I want you to pray like an authority person. Thank the Lord, there is hope for me. There is hope for my family. There is hope for my children. Today is Parents Forum. You are the parent of those children. Worship the Lord. Glorify the Lord. The devil has planned something worse than this, but the Lord has been faithful. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Worship the Lord. Glorify the Lord. Thank 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 the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord. Glorify the name of the Lord. For each of your children, one by one, mention their name to the Lord and say, Father, I thank you for Ebenezer. I thank you for Juliana. I thank you for Jeremiah. I thank you for this. I thank you for that. For giving them to me. Praise the name of the Lord. For the Lord is good. Glorify the name of the Lord. Worship the name of the Lord. Because there is hope. Because there is hope. Because there is hope. Because there is hope. Don't keep quiet. We must thank God fair before we start asking for anything. Wherever they are, glorify the Lord. Wherever they are this morning, bless the name of the Lord. Your children, my children are miracle. They are bundles of miracle. The devil is a liar. The Lord of our praises, may His name be glorified, His name be exalted. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. I'm going to tell the Lord as we begin this morning that every plan of the devil over every family in our church. We come against them this morning, and we ask the power of the Lord, we cancel and destroy them. Open your mouth and call upon the Lord. Every strategic plan of the devil against every family in our church, every family in Deeper Life Bible Church, New England region, every plan of the wicked against every marriage, pray now that every family will have the freedom of the Lord. The devil will not be able to operate. We need to take our ground this morning by the authority of the Bible. In every family, the devil will not operate anymore. Are you praying? The enemy will not operate anymore. In every marriage, in every family, the devil will not be able to operate anymore. Every handwriting of the devil, every strategy of the enemy against every marriage in the church, against every family in the church, the Lord cancel it as we pray. The Lord take authority. Pray with authority. Pray with authority, with the anointing of the Holy Ghost in your life. Every family, the works of the devil will be crushed. Every family in bondage, every family in sickness, every family in prison. Oh Lord, set them free. Oh Lord, set them free. Every operation of the devil against every family in our church. Are you talking to the Lord this morning? That's the reason we are here to pray. The reason we are here to pray. Every power of the devil against every family in our church. We don't want any family to be in bondage and servitude to Pharaoh. Every Pharaoh's plan. Pray now. The Lord cancel them. The Lord destroy them. Every person in captivity. Let the captivity be broken. Let the yoke of captivity be broken. Every marriage has been going through turbulence. In Jesus' name we pray. We are going to decree that every marriage going through turbulence, peace will reign in that family. No matter how old the marriage, they are going through turbulence right now. Peace will reign in that marriage. Open your mouth and declare peace. By the authority of the Bible, peace. Peace will reign. Peace will reign. Every family, every marriage going through turbulence. Praise. Let the peace of God reign in that marriage. Let the peace of God reign in that marriage. It will reign. It will reign. It will reign. Peace like a river. Peace like a river. Peace in every marriage. In Jesus' name we pray. Can we open our eyes? Let's say for ourselves, please. We have only 80 chairs in this place, and we expect 200 people. So we can't leave one chair empty. So can I have all the Pastor Apanishile, can you please go over there? Pastor Brian, can you go over there? Over there. Pastor Adelaide, can you come over there? Sister Alayola, can you move? Everybody move from that place completely. Okay. Brother Femi, can you come to the front? All the Femis, Sister Adedeji, all of you are promoted. Come over to me. Promotion has come. Move. Sister Bessie, you have a baby with you? Okay, I see that. Brother Moses and Bride, come to the front. Promotion has come. Sister Ruth, come. First row. You see now we have mercy. Ushers, where's Brother Leonard? Help me now. So when people come and feed, we have more chairs here. Okay? So that everybody can have a space. Praise the Lord. Amen. We pray. Let's pray. That every negative and writing against every family in our church, people that are sick, that people have been sick for months, it shouldn't be. There are people that have been praying, waiting upon the Lord for months, for years. We are going to pray this morning. Every yoke will be broken. Amen. From Bridgeport all the way to Manchester, every Deeper Life Church family, we have a visitation of God. Amen. I call upon you. They will. We are still praying for family that have not started our children yet. Every family. Any trouble, any problem, any sickness, any infirmity in any family, ask the Lord to come this morning and roll them away. And roll them away. And roll them away. Liberation will come. Freedom will come. Divine intervention will come into every family. Supernatural assistance we call into every family. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now we are ready. You're going to present your whole family together. This prayer now. That every plan of God for your own marriage, for your own family will come to pass. Amen. You must pray that from today, Satan, you will not come into my family. Amen. The devil will not operate in your own family. Amen. Open your mouth and begin to pray. It's your own prayer now. You will make your family a no-go area for the devil. I want to see you pray. I want to see you pray. That's your own marriage. That's your own family. Your own children, your own wife, your own husband will not be a victim in the hand of the devil. Pray. Every manipulation of the enemy against your wife, keep on praying. Every manipulation of the devil against your husband, it cannot continue. It will not continue. It must not continue. The purpose of God, the purpose of God, the will of God. Let me see you pray as if you believe that prayer. You are going to pray. My family no go area for the devil. My blessing will not be stolen. My blessing will not be stolen. Pray. It's the hour of prayer. Fasting and prayer. The Lord will answer your prayer. The Lord answer the prayer of Esther. He will answer your prayer. You will not sorrow over your family. Everything that brings to sorrow, the Lord will wipe them out. When you are crying right now, the Lord will turn your crying into testimony. why we are here. Satan will not control your marriage. The powers of darkness will not control your marriage. They cannot. They must stop. Tell them. Devil, you are out. Enemy, you are out. The Lord is on my side. And I am more than a conqueror. In Jesus' name we pray. Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear, break forth into singing and cry aloud. Thou that didst not travail with child, for more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married. Why? Said the Lord. That's true. Listen. Enlarge the place of thy tent. You will be enlarged. Amen. Let them set forth the curtain of thy habitation. Spare not. Lengthen thy cord and strengthen thy stake. Verse 3. Look at this. For thou shalt break forth on the right. Amen. You didn't hear me. For thou shalt break forth on the right. Amen. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand. Amen. You will break forth on the left hand. Amen. Listen to the next sentence. And thy children, thy seed, shall inherit the Gentiles. Amen. You are going to pray. Every promise of the Bible for my husband, for my wife, for my children. I didn't say the word of me. I said the promise of the Bible will be fulfilled in your family. Yeah. From this day, nothing will hinder the fulfillment of the promise of God in your family. Yeah. Open your mouth and talk to me. Our seed shall inherit the Gentiles. Every promise of God for my marriage, for my family, every promise of God for my household will be fulfilled. Every promise of God, it must be fulfilled. They will fulfill. Every promise of God will come to pass. They must, they will be fulfilled in your life. They must, they will be fulfilled in our family. The Lord Jesus Christ will bring them to pass. They will come to pass. They will come to pass. They will come to pass. In your marriage, in your family, you will have joy. You will have breakthrough. The Lord will remember you. You will not serve God in vain. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Now we're going to call upon the Lord. Now we're going to spend some time on this prayer. We're going to go before the Lord, each of those children. You begin to prophesy into their life. That this, you have your Bible with you? Take your Bible in your hand. And then you mention that child, Jeremiah, I prophesy to you. You will follow the Lord. You will serve the Lord. You will prosper in life. You will inherit the riches of the Gentiles. Jeremiah, are you talking to the Lord? You mention those children one by one. That you are the mother, take the authority and use it. You are the father of two children. Take authority and prophesy right now. You little boy, I prophesy to you. You little boy, I prophesy to you, my daughter. By the authority of the Bible, from today, the angel of the Lord will run after you. You will not forsake the Lord anymore. The Lord will harvest you into his kingdom. You will serve the Lord. You will follow the Lord. You will work for the Lord. You will live for the Lord. My son, the devil will not have you. The enemy will not conquer you. The powers of darkness will not overcome you. Are you praying? I'll give you time to prophesy. You are the mother. You know the faith, the right faith. Everything the Lord has promised that child will come to pass. Our children will follow the Lord. Salvation will come to them. Salvation will come to them. Salvation will come to their life. Wherever they are, the Lord will sing for them. Pray now. The angel of the Lord will sing for them. The power of the Lord will sing for them. The God of the Bible will sing for them. The God that never said will sing for them. The power of heaven will do for them wherever they are. The God of the Bible will do for them. Those children, the Lord will touch them and the Lord will bless them. Pray now. Mention their name one by one. They will hear the call of God. They will hear the voice of God. The power of the Lord will do for them. The God of the Bible will do for them. Pray. Our labor over there will not be in vain. Our labor over there will not be in vain. Oh, wherever they are, wherever they are, wherever they are, the death of Jesus over there will not be in vain. The God of the Bible will look for them and will touch them, will save them, will bless them, will prosper them, will give them the thought of God. Angel will watch over them. Pray now. Mommy, decree the devil will not overrule their life. The powers of darkness will not overrule their life. Pray. Every area of their life that is controlling, you claim them back. You claim them back. They are your children. They came out of your body. Satan must not control their life. The devil must not control their life. Society must not control their life. Keep on praying. We must pray. We must pray. We must pray. Oh Lord God. Our posterity must not be destroyed. Our posterity must not be stolen by the devil. Arise, oh God. Let your enemy be destroyed. Arise, oh God. Let your enemy be scattered. Arise, oh God. Let your enemy be scattered. Over our children. Arise, oh God. Let your enemy be scattered. Over our children. They must hear our cry. They must hear our voice. They must hear the voice of the Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. And Peter was kept in the prison. And Peter was kept in the prison with all the soldiers binding and guarding him, that after Easter he might be killed. But prayer was made of the church for Peter. Prayer was made of the church for Peter. And the angel of the Lord came and woke up Peter. And he said, put on thy sandal and follow me. You are going to decree that from this day, the angel of the Lord will go seek all our children. Amen. Everywhere they are, all over the world. As we are, you know that the church was still praying. They've not finished the prayer when Peter came back. As we pray this morning, all those children that are lost, wherever they are, angels seek them out. Amen. Bring them back. Amen. Wake them up. Amen. As they are coming out, every iron gate of their way will open up. Amen. Open your mouth and decree with me. Decree with me. The prison door will be broken. Every prison door holding them away from the service of the Lord, from the kingdom of the Lord. just guiding them. Fall asleep. Let my son come out. Let my daughter come out. Let our children come out from the captivity of sin, from the prison of the devil, from the prison of society, from the prison of immorality. Oh Lord, set them free. Pray now. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out from the prison of immorality. Get them out from the prison of failure. Get them out from the prison of disobedience to the word of God. Get them out. Mommy, you can get them out. Mommy, you can get them out. Anna prayed and God answered the prayer of Anna. It was only Anna that prayed. God answered the prayer of Anna. That boy must come out. That girl must come out. From the prison of the devil, they must come out. They must come out. Pray now. And daddy and mommy, pray. They must come out from that prison. Open the door with your prayer. Open the door of the prison with your prayer. Open the door of prison with your prayer. They must come out. They will come out. They will come out of that prison. The prison of immorality. The prison of godliness. They must come out. They will come out. They must come out. They will come out. They must come out. Lift your head, O ye gates. Let them come out. Let them come out. For thy maker is thy husband. He will fight for you. He will fight for you. He will liberate the children. He will set the children free. Use the authority in your mouth. Don't have the Holy Ghost. Don't have the Spirit of the Lord. Use that authority this morning and prophesy. Come out and serve the Lord. You daughter, come out and serve the Lord. You son, come out and serve the Lord. They will come out. Pleasing God will be broken. Iron gate will be shattered. Every day holding my son in bondage. Pray. Holding your daughter in bondage. Let them be broken. The yoke be broken by the anointing of the Holy Ghost. The yoke be broken. That's why we are here. Every yoke be broken. In Jesus' name we pray. Our children shall be saved. Our children shall be saved. The Holy Spirit will come. Our children shall be saved. Sing it one more time. Our children shall be saved. Our children shall be saved. The Holy Spirit will come. Our children shall be saved. You know what the Bible said? He came to a time that the prodigal son came to himself. He came to a time the prodigal son came to himself. We are going to pray. Listen. Everything that is keeping our children in a strange land, the Lord will withdraw that thing. If it's not withdrawn, they will not come to themselves. Every good thing that is keeping them in the land of captivity, oh Lord, withdraw them and let them come back to themselves. Open your mouth and cry. If you understand, pray. Whatever is keeping them in Egypt, whatever is keeping them in a strange Oh Lord, withdraw them. Oh Lord, withdraw them. Oh Father, withdraw them. Whatever is keeping them in a strange land, oh God, withdraw them. And let them come back to themselves. And run back to the Father. Run back to the Father's house. Run back to the Father's house. I prophesy to you. Come back. Come back. Whatever is keeping them in the land of captivity, oh God, withdraw that thing. Withdraw that thing. Oh Lord, withdraw them. Oh God, withdraw them. Let them be uncomfortable in the strange land. Let them be uncomfortable in Egypt. Give them no peace in Egypt. Father, take away their peace in Egypt. Let them come back to Canaan land. Let them come back to the Father's house. Let them come back to the Father's house. Oh yes, they will come back. They must come back. They will come back. They must come back. They will come back to the Father's house. They must come back. What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world? Oh Lord, they will come back. They must come back. Jesus' name we pray. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty?
Yes.
Or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away. Amen. And the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. Amen. For I will contend with him that contended with thee. And I will save thy children. Amen. And I will save thy children. Amen. And I will save thy children. Amen. We're going to pray every captivity built around my children. Every captivity built around my husband. Every captivity built around my wife. Every captivity built around my marriage. Are you praying? He said, blow them away by the fire of the Lord. Open your mouth and cry for the Lord. Every captivity built around your marriage, around your husband, around your progress, around your wife. Every captivity of the enemy that Satan is cooking up against your marriage, against your son, against your daughter, let the Lord wipe them away this morning. For I will contend with them that contended with thee. And the Lord said he will save our children. Lord, do it for us. Lord, do it for us. But do it for us. Every captivity, blown away. The God of the Bible. The God of the Bible. The God of the Bible. He will fight for you. 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 Arise, O God, let all your enemy be scattered. Every promise of God that we have read today will come to pass. They will come to pass. They will come to pass. They will come to pass. That's all the prayer. You have the victory already if you pray. Because God will answer every prayer. He is the captain of our army. Every power that contends with your family, the Lord said he will contend with them. And he will save our children. In Jesus' name we pray. Look at what the Bible said about you. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord. Amen. Not some of them, all of them. Amen. All our children shall be taught of the Lord. Amen. And great. And great. Amen. And great. Amen. Shall be the peace of our children. Amen. We're going to pray that every alternative to righteousness in this land that is waging war against our children, the Lord will crush them. Amen. Any life without Christ is a life of crisis. If our children have everything in life and they don't have Christ, their life is full of crisis. That's why Allah can pray and change the destiny of Samuel. And your prayer will do something. Amen. We're going to decree all those children God gave us, wherever they are, understand distance is no barrier to prayer. They may be 10,000 miles away. Doesn't matter. Prayer can go everywhere. That all those children, one by one, they will follow the Lord. Amen. And then their life will be full with the peace of God. Amen. Great will be the peace of our children. That's God's will. And the devil came to steal. But devil is silenced. Amen. In the life of our children, Satan is defeated. Amen. I'm going to pray one more time that all you children, wherever you are, you will begin to follow the Lord. Let's declare now for our children one by one. And the peace of the Lord. They begin to hear the voice of God. They begin to see revelation and dreams about God. They begin to have revelation about God. Dreams about God. They will begin to hunger and thirst after God. Like a prodigal son. And peace of God. Peace of God. Peace of God will reign in their life. Peace of God. The peace of God will reign. Will reign. Will reign in their life. Will reign in their life. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. I hope you are not tired. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Can you look up here? You know, one of the testimony we had from Lagos, this little girl was kidnapped. And the old church, the mother was praying, Deeper Life kids. They were praying. House fellowship, they were praying. Little girl. When they took her into the jungle, going to make her to make juju money. The person that was going to cut her brought the razor and a knife. They couldn't touch the girl. Little girl. They couldn't touch her. They said, where are you from? I'm Deeper Life. We don't want Deeper Life. Go back. They carry her, brought her to the side of the road. Go. Who brought Deeper Life kid here? Aren't you a member of that church too? I'm going to pray. Shall I read a passage to you? School has started. This is September, beginning of the school year. Now, we are going to decree and pray. Number one, all our children throughout this year, evil will not touch them. Amen. From kindergarten to postgraduate. Amen. Anywhere they go, there will be light shining around them. Amen. You listen, mommy. You need to understand, especially you sisters. You know why I call you sisters? Because you are the real people that have heart for your children more than women do, and I appreciate that. And there's a reason for that. Even we brothers too. You must understand there is warfare. As I was coming this morning, if you look at CNN, I was reading the story in CNN this morning at home before I come. This girl went to George Washington University. She was an African American girl, not even born again now. She was the best in her class, and she won all this medal. They begin to terrify her on social media. The white supremacists. They were threatening her. It's on CNN this morning. Not on Salvation Now. They were threatening her. She became so afraid. She went to PTSD, whatever. Post-trauma, stress, whatever you call it. She didn't know what to do. Eventually, they said she went and sued the association, something like that. And so they gave judgment, they gave judgment against somebody they don't know. But anyway, she said, I want to be bold. To cut a long story short, for that girl, it worked. Eventually, she finished from that college. One of the people that threatened her came to her to apologize. That I'm the one threatening you. So when she went to CNN, she said, I'm not going to mention the name of that person, but I don't want you to know that. And they said that they were going to threaten her because she was the best student in the class. No salvation yet. Too. That's the school your son is going to. That's school my daughter is going to. Understand, there is warfare. That even you are a Christian, make it more terrible. One of our sisters in this Boston city, the other went to school. When they got to the door, the day they were resuming, some of you don't have time to go with your son, your daughter to resumption. That's not good. You need to be there, the day of the resumption. You follow that criteria. And before you let the child unpack the load, you sanctify the room first. If you have not been doing that, I borrow you some money this morning. It's not just prayer. You go with that child to that room and say, before you unpack your load, I take authority in this room. So the guy got to the room. When they got there, the parent told us that when they got to the room, the dad looked and said, this room looks weird. What kind of room is it? Everything there was so horrible. The bed was horrible. University in Boston. So they unpacked the load. The parents they said they were very uncomfortable with that load. It's okay. Anyway, that you are a first year student. They began to pray. They prayed and they left, they tried to leave. When they left, later they asked the girl. The girl said, since that day, the roommate never come and sleep in that room. They gave her a Chinese roommate. The girl never come to, they will come during the day and take things around the way and sleep somewhere else. The girl was wondering, why is my roommate not coming? The parents, I understand why your roommate is not. You don't know that, baby. We know why your roommate is not coming to sleep in that room. And the girl wouldn't understand what was going on. But the parents knew that there's a warfare going on. And you know what happened? That girl, that semester, she was jumping from class to class. I'll do medicine. I'll do biology. I'll do engineering. I will do the girl. Intelligent girl. Until the parents began to pray. Lord, we can sign up. Amen. When the girl went to apply to change, they said, no, we can't change room for first year students. We don't change room. You have to stay there. The parents kept on praying, no? The mother of that girl said, my daughter cannot stay in that room anymore. Pray single-handedly without the father. All of a sudden, they called again. They said, you want another room? And God will answer your prayer. Amen. They moved that girl to another room. When she go to another room, beautiful room, and they got fall asleep in her classes. There is warfare. It's not just sending children to college. Even when you send children to elementary school, the teacher is gay. The teacher is the Bible says we are not ignorant of the devices of the enemy. Oh yeah, the blood of Jesus is covering all, but we don't need to be so gullible and make ourselves susceptible. God only answers prayer that is prayed. If you read the book of Ezekiel, I, the Lord, will do this for them. I will bless them. I will prosper them. I will raise them up. He said, but yet, I will want them to inquire from me before I do it for them. That's the prayer. And so, even from kindergarten, there's warfare. And the warfare is intense because you have a different spirit from them. Didn't you know the Bible said that when Jesus was born, the wise men, they saw a star from the far east. So he sent that little boy to the school. The devil knew that boy is going to be a governor. And all the teachers there, some of them are not ordinary teachers. They are not ordinary teachers. Some of them are real witches. Terrible one. And they are teaching in the school there. But you know, what this kind of prayer does is that when they point their finger to your son like this, that finger will turn up. Amen. That's what the prayer does. They say, what kind of person are you? I don't know. Where's your mom? My mom goes to church. And you know what they will do? They will start ridiculing church to that child. They say, church? No good. You got a church? They will ridicule church because it's not because that child is a threat to them. And a little boy can be a threat to a teacher in a classroom. And the child is still innocent, doesn't know. But when you are firing at all, they cannot do anything to that child. But if we are complacent, we are deeper like God is doing everything. Prayer meeting. No. Bible study. I don't understand. Deeper. We are community children. That's how it works. We send those children into the hands of the enemy every day. That's why, if you understand what I'm talking about now, you're going to pray. That this academic year, nobody will intimidate our children. Amen. From kindergarten to university, nobody will intimidate them. Amen. The enemy will not be able to conquer them. Amen. And in their class, why shouldn't they be the best? They will be the best. Amen. And when they are the best, jealousy will come, but jealousy will not touch them. Amen. All these philosophies of men that turn the head of children in college, in high school, the Lord will counsel them. Amen. As we pray now, you're going to spend time on it. And if you understand, you will spread the prayer around. As many places, I'm sorry with all due respect to everybody here. I must tell you the truth. Sometimes you throw your son into a daycare. The daycare person didn't go to church. The daycare person doesn't know Jesus. He said, Pastor, I must walk. I just want to put my child in any daycare. You don't pray about the daycare. You don't pray overnight. If you pray last night and let God open your eye and you see the devil in the house of that daycare woman, you won't take your child there. But because, I just want daycare. And Satan loves people who are careless. Who are very easy going. There is no Satan. Satan loves people like that. But those who are on their guard, Christians seek not yet repose. Here the guardian angels say, thou art in the midst of what? I can hear you. In the midst of what? Watch and pray. You're not praying, you watch. You watch which daycare center you take your children. You watch. You watch. How do you watch? You look around. You go there, you drop your child there, you look at the wall there, what kind of poster do they have there? You look at the ground there. You ask questions. And if you cannot find a good daycare, maybe you should take some leave from your door for 1 month and look for a good daycare of a farm. I tell you before we pray, we pastor in the church. I think we do the service to our members. Because in deeper life, we emphasize, find the will of God, find the will of God in marriage, find the will of... We never talk about will of God in any other thing. You must find the will of God about daycare center. You think so? You must find the will of God about house you are buying. You must find the will of God about the school you are attending and the school for the children. How many people there do fasting and prayer before our children go to college, to choose the college? We don't. We then apply to 10 places. When they give you more money, you go. That's what we all do, all of us. But God is telling us it's not about money alone. It's about finding the will of God. I say, Lord, is this your will? Especially when children are vulnerable. That's why I'm encouraging you this morning, if you're in that position, if your child is going to college, don't send him or her there without you going to sanctify that door. Oh, are we glorifying it? No, Satan is nothing when Satan exists. It's nothing when we pray. We know the person user, you know the occultism that go on in the door in the school. And vice chancellor, room, they don't believe in occultism. They think there is nothing. Oh yes, Satan loves, there's nothing. And when my child, your child, our children go to live in that door, we are asking the light of God will follow that child. Amen. That when they enter that room, darkness will disappear. Amen. That's the thing I'm talking about. They come from prayer. So let's close our eyes now with our Bible in our hands. We are going to decree this academic year, it shall be well with our children. Amen. Anywhere they go, angel will go before them. Amen. In the door, in the cafeteria, in the school, nobody will implicate, nobody will terrify, nobody will attack our children. Open your mouth and begin to pray the prayer all around. This academic year, we will not bury any of our children. Stray bullets will not touch any of them. No professor will derail the destiny of your son. Your son is supposed to be a medical doctor. Wrong counselor will not delay them. Pray now. Serious prayer. Don't tell me they graduate already, there's enough for them. They are going to get promoted on their job. They will not work with a bad employer. Even though they graduated, they are working. They will not work with a bad employee. Nobody will derail the destiny of our children. Our children must have destiny in this land. The powers of darkness, the principality will not have power over that little boy. From kindergarten to university, pray. Every arrow will not penetrate through them. Everywhere. let the prayer continue everywhere. That boy, that girl has a destiny. The powers of darkness will not change that destiny. They will not be able to change that destiny. They will not be able to change that destiny. That's your baby. That's your son. That's your daughter. That's your authority. That's your future. As they follow the Lord, the powers of darkness will not destroy their destiny. Any of them that is going astray now, the Lord will recover them. The Lord will recover them. The Lord will recover them. The Lord must recover them. God of the Bible must recover them. He will recover them. Pray for that son. Pray for that daughter. Don't tell me they're in second grade, you can pray for them. Don't tell me they're in third grade, you can pray for them. Even from kindergarten to university, you can begin to pray. You can begin to pray what they will become. You can begin to decree what they will become. Don't you want joy in your life? They are your joy. They are my joy. They are your future. They are my future. This year we will not bury any of them. The powers of Satan will not overcome any of them. The power of the devil will not overcome any of them. The God of the Bible will keep them strong and safe. The Lord Jesus Christ will preserve their life. The Almighty God will preserve their soul. They will succeed. Pray. They will not be a failure. They will excel. They must. They will. They must excel. They should excel. Problems of life will not take over their lives. Wicked people will not delay their destiny. The purpose of God for their life will come to pass. It will come to pass. The plan of God for their life will come to pass. Your children, between now, mommy, between now, God wants to hear your decree for that child. My brother, decree this year, I will not sorrow. Are you praying? We will not sorrow. Every evil plan of the devil over the children will cancel. Every plan of the enemy will be nullified. It shall be well with him. 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 The Lord will help you to be prayerful. We help you to be prayerful. Prayer can do everything, can change everything. Prayer can change everything. Prayer can change everything. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I said in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Brethren, you know, when you go to see the doctor, listen, the doctor will ask you, what's going on? Then you tell him that I have this problem. The doctor will say, how long has it been happening to you? And you say, well, maybe a good time. And the doctor will say, where's your mom? Where's your dad? You tell them. You say, does anybody in your family have this problem? Am I right? Church, am I right?
Yes.
I'm asking you, why are they asking that question? Because they know that sometimes the thing that killed daddy can kill son. Even though they don't live in the same place. Even though daddy is an illiterate and the son is a graduate. They will say, the Bible say, did it happen to your uncle? Oh yeah, one of our uncle. They said, we need to know that so that we can give you diagnosis what to do. The medical doctor believed that the thing that happened to father can happen to children. Well, as believers, we are a new creature. All things are possible. When you come to the family of Christ, you don't belong to the family of evil. Because we are now in a new family. But you are going to pray. That any attack that they want to come from anywhere to associate you and your children with the evil in the extended family, you reject it. Amen. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Brother that are sitting down, I hope you are not too tired. I know you work overnight. Try to stand up. You are the father. You are the pastor of the house. I pardon sisters, but fathers, you are strong. Amen. I say you are strong.
Amen.
You are going to decree, me and my wife and my children, we have no part in any evil in the village. Amen. I have no part in the evil in the extended family. If there is any negative thing that has been said about my marriage, I cancel them with the blood of Jesus Christ. I'm not afraid. Just pray about it. And if there is nothing, thank God for that. But if there is anything anybody has said about your children, about your posterity, that they didn't send money to me, let the children be in America, they will not make you. It's a lie. You cancel every negative thing. The Bible says blotting out every handwriting against you. They are blotted out. So you must pray. Any negative thing, the enemy they want to associate you with, attach you with. They said in your father's house, that's what happened to people. You don't belong there. They said in your father's house, in your in-law, that's what happened there. You are not part of that. Your children are not part of that. Your family is not part of that. Your household is not part of evil. Every negative thing around in your family cannot come to your children, cannot come to you. Because you are different. In the name of Jesus. Open your mouth and decree. I dissociate myself. I cut myself off from the evil of the extended family. My children are for God. My children are for God. I associate myself. I associate my children. The enemy will not have you. The devil will not have you. The enemy will not have you. The powers of darkness will not have your family. Sanitize your family. daddy and mommy. Listen, some of those children that we're praying for, they are not born again yet. And anybody is not born again is a victim. That's how we need to pray. Listen, there was a young girl who was going to church. Was a little young girl. And so she was going to church. Her parents were not Christian. They go to Catholic church, but she was born again. Little girl. Follow the story. So eventually the parents didn't have money to send her to school. They now sent her to a house of a man as an house girl. The man was an educated person. The man has a wife. So the girl was staying in the house with that man and his wife. But the man was not a Christian, he's an antichrist. He don't go to church. Because the girl was living there, they stopped that girl from going to church. Every Sunday morning they say you can't go to church. They'll send her to go and buy something in the market, either buy newspaper or something. They didn't allow her to go to church. But the little girl has a little light inside her. So the wife of the man has a shop. So in the morning, the little girl will cook for the man and his wife. And then the wife will say, go and stay in my shop. So the girl will walk to the shop and stay there. Eventually, something happened in that shop. They were not selling very well. So the woman went to a herbalist in the middle of the town, the downtown, and got a juju and came and buried the juju in front of the shop. The girl didn't know that. But that didn't seem to work. So the woman now went back to the juju man and said, money is missing, maybe money was taken missing in the shop, things were not working very well. He wants the man to do another juju and said, I have a girl. When the woman was going, the woman took another lady that small girl with her. But that small girl, they came from the same city with that woman. So they got there. The little girl was just watching the mama and the herbalist man was there. They said, what's the name of the girl that work in your shop? As the woman mentioned the name of the girl, the man, no, don't mention that name here. You mention that name here. No. People was like, what? Her name, he said, no, I said don't mention the name here. That name can't come here. That name can't come here. A little girl. So the little girl there was like, I know Auntie so and so. So when they got home, he said, Auntie, I want to ask you a question. What kind of person are you? So why are you asking? He said, what kind of person are you? He said, I'm just a girl. He said, Auntie, Mama is moving to. What happened? He said, when they mentioned your name, the man cried. He said, we don't want to hear. He said, that's what kind of person are you? You are going to pray. Anywhere they take your children name for evil, heaven will show up. Amen. Amen. You know, listen. Sometimes ignorance. There are some people, it's okay, don't misunderstand me, but ignorance sometimes. Your son graduated from college in America. He went for graduation. We need to be careful in this generation we are. Within 10 minutes, all the pictures are in the interior village. You go on social media, WhatsApp. And then you carry your brother like this. He said, my son graduated. He's a valedictorian. There's nothing wrong about that. The problem with that is that the person you are sending it to, that's my problem. His own son have been in university for the past 7 years, cannot graduate in Africa. And they don't have money to buy textbook. And the money you sent last month to them, they are complaining is not enough. Because if you send small money, you are in trouble. If you send big money, you are in trouble. If you send small money, you are not helping them. If you send large sum of money, you have plenty of money. Either way, we are in trouble. I was there. If somebody was dream barrier in Africa years ago. And then we had about it, and I said, this doesn't dream barrier. It's not in Africa. We didn't have anything. So we went and borrowed 30,000 naira. We borrowed it, literally. We sent to him. He said he should tell her that he doesn't want it. It's too small. The person that took the money there said, tell him I don't want it, it's too small. The person is in America, send him 30,000 naira to me. I said, tell him to send the money back. And I asked him, I said, this person we borrowed it, literally we borrowed it. He said it's too small. It's ordinary 30,000 naira. You don't know I'm in trouble. So when my son graduates in America, because even to go to America is a prestige. Don't you know that? When you go back to Africa, you are from America. Don't you know you are a king? The way they take you, America. And then now mine is even worse. A pastor in America. And not just a pastor, a deeper life pastor in America. And to complicate the matter, I know person. And they give you only 10,000 naira to people. 10,000 naira. You know, somebody came to see us a couple of months ago. He said, Pastor, I must tell you something. Everybody have an element of jealousy in their life. The man told me. I said, what? He said, yes. Everybody has some atom of jealousy in their life. I said, why are you telling me that? I don't know. I said, and he said, once they are not born again, you don't have Jesus. And then everything, and then they take your, and if it happens, because you do it with an open heart, the Lord will answer for you. That's why we are going to pray anywhere, and we're going to turn the prayer upside down again and say again that anywhere they take our children name, they apply for scholarship, they apply for job, they will be number one to be selected. But before that, let's take the other side first. Now, all our children, anywhere they take their name for evil, we don't know. We are not afraid, but we must tell the fact. Angel will answer for you. Amen. No evil will be able to prevail over our children. Open your mouth and commit. Father, in the name of Jesus, Reuben, thou art as stable as water. I shall not excel. Children will excel. Anybody this year, the children are climbing up, they will not come down. My children are climbing up, they will not come down. In the village, in the extended family, anybody that jealous of America, jealous of your family, they will not be able to do any evil to your children, to my children. The Lord will preserve you, preserve your family. If they take the name of our children, we cause confusion in the kingdom of darkness. It will cause confusion in the kingdom of Satan. If don't get tired of praying, it will when they mention that little destiny, it will cause confusion in the kingdom of darkness. Jesus. Jesus' name we pray. On the other side, you're going to pray. You see it. Everywhere our children apply, they will find favor. Amen. I said they will find favor. Amen. If they are looking for only one person out of 50, it will be Deeper Life children. Amen. We want to be hearing testimony from New Britain to full scholarship. Amen. From New Haven to full scholarship. Amen. All over allocation all the way to Manchester, full scholarship. Amen. Why not? It's our prayer. Let's close our eyes and talk to the Lord. Lord, grant our children favor. In the school, they will excel. They must excel. They will excel. They must, they will excel. The riches of this country for deeper life children. Deeper life children. Deeper life children. When they go for interview, they will excel. That son of yours will be great. That daughter of yours will be great. They are going to college now. College will not destroy them. They will not be lost in college. They will not be lost in college. Oh, yes. Favor, 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 divine favor. Every side, divine favor will be their portion. Our children will not commit crime. Our children will not go to jail. Pray. Our children will be protected. This is Parent Forum. Yes. Our children will serve the Lord, and there will be a testimony to the power and the miracle of God. Their name will bring miracles. Their name will bring breakthrough. Their name will bring success. Everywhere they go. I hope you are not tired of praying. God is good. The Lord will help. The Lord will assist. In Jesus' name we pray. Listen to this. The Lord shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Amen. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Amen. In famine, the Lord will redeem thee from death. Amen. And in war, it will deliver from the power of the sword. Amen. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Amen. And thou shalt not be afraid of destruction when it comes. Amen. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Amen. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, but thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Amen. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace. Amen. Thy tabernacle shall be in peace. Amen. And thou shalt visit thy habitation, and thou shalt not sin. Amen. He said today, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great. Amen. The word of God said, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great. Amen. And thy offspring are the grass of the earth. Amen. And you pray today, thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age. Amen. You will not die young. Amen. We will not die young. Amen. Church will not die before our day. Amen. Our children will be great. Amen. We're going to pray now, an important prayer, that every children God has given us, He will marry right. Amen. Here, church, we need to pray seriously. And we need to pray with our heart and with determination to stand with the word of God. You know that every investment we put on a child, marriage can win it. I want to remind you, every prophetic word that the Bible has for Samson, Delilah can destroy it. He may pull down the wall of the city. He might he might kill people with the jawbone of an ass. He might tear lion with bare hand. I'm telling you, a wrong marriage with a sinner can destroy an impeccable ministry. That's why there is anything to give to our children after salvation. It's for the church to get serious about praying for the marriage of our children. We are going to decree all the daughter God has given us, Amnon will not deceive them. Amen. All our sons, Delilah will not get them. Amen. You are going to decree any trap set for your son, any satanic trap set for your daughter to derail him or her in marriage. Are you praying? The Lord will nullify them. Open your mouth and cry if you understand what I'm talking about. Some of us are becoming old. We are grandmother already. We are becoming grandmother. We need to wage war against the plan of the devil, that all your labor will not be in vain. Your sleepless night, your 2 jobs, your 3 jobs, your self-denial. A Delilah will not squander and destroy them. And Amnon will not destroy the glory of your daughter. Oh Lord, is our cry, that you will lead and guide our children. They will not go astray. They will not miss the mark. They will not be a victim in the hand of the enemy. The adulterous woman hunted for the precious soul. The adulterous woman hunted for the precious soul. They will not get your children. They will not get my children. Don't tell me they are small. Keep on praying. From the elementary school to university, devil will not set a trap for your daughter. Your daughter, my daughter, will not be a victim in the hand of Amnon. They will not regret their life. Pray. They will marry life. They will marry in God's kingdom. Deceiver will not deceive them. Deceiver will not get them. They will not be deceived. The enemy will not deceive them. The Lord himself, the God himself will guide them in their marriage. The Lord will not abandon them, will not let them make a silly mistake that will ruin their future. Happy home, happy home, happy home within their experience. Happy home within their experience. Happy home within their experience. In Jesus' name we pray. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. We have the victory. We have the victory.
In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Oh yes, we have Grab it. And you repeat after me. By the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
You need to get it in. I want to do something. I said by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
From this day.
From this day.
It is well with me.
It is well with me.
It is well with my family.
It is well with my family.
It is well with my children. From this day.
From this day.
I decree.
I decree.
My children.
My children.
Will not go to hell.
Will not go to hell.
From this day.
From this day.
I decree.
I decree.
By the authority of the Bible. Every member of my family will follow the Lord. They will serve the Lord. I decree this day, by the authority of the Bible, every weapon of the enemy against my life, against my husband, against my wife, against my children, they are nullified by the power of the cross. This day, I decree, my children, you will prosper. My children, you will be great. My children, you will excel. My children, it shall be well with you. My children, you will be the head and not the tail. This day, I prophesy, excellent spirit, excellent spirit, ten-time wisdom into my children. Anywhere you go, you my children, you my son, you my daughter, wherever you are now, favor of God for you, favor of men for you, it shall be well with you. And I decree this day, every weapon formed against you will not prosper. I decree every hour of the enemy, come from the left, coming from the left, coming from the right, coming from the front, coming from the back, will not arrive at you, will not touch you. My children, you are protected. My family is protected. The glory of God. Are you tired? I said the glory of God upon my life, upon my spouse, upon my children, upon my family. And from this day, no failure. From this day, no sickness. From this day, no infirmity. From this day, no sin in my family, in my children. From this day, all my children, all our children, anywhere you go, angel go with you. Presence of God go with you. And so shall it be. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. You're going to pray. Every sister in our church, you're going to pray with me, that is looking for children. This day, the Lord grant them their request. Open your mouth and call upon the name of the Lord. From Bridgeport all the way to Manchester. Everyone looking for the fruit of the womb. Barrenness is cancelled. In the name of Jesus Christ. Barrenness is cancelled. Every blockage, remove them. Everything the enemy has stolen. The joy in the marriage, we get it back. The Lord open their womb and answer their prayer. And give them the fruit of the womb. Every power holding them back, the Lord cancel them. The Lord nullify them. The Lord remove them. The Lord cancel them. Our sister will have children. Our children, our sister will have children. Naming ceremony, child dedication. In Jesus' name we pray. The Bible said Jesus put principalities and power and triumph over them, make a public show of them. And he said, by his stripes we are healed. By his stripes we are healed. By his stripes we are healed. And in the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. You will decree every sick person in our church, from Bridgeport to New Haven, to New Britain, to Springfield, to Worcester, to Rhode Island, to Boston, to Lowell, to Manchester, to Brockton, all across the region. Every sick person, oh Lord, raise them up. Open your mouth and decree. The God of heaven will raise them up. And the name of Jesus Christ, sickness will bow. Infirmity will bow. And the name of Jesus Christ, sickness will bow. Infirmity will bow. The Lord Jesus Christ will heal every person, no matter the disease. And the name of Jesus Christ, every yoke will be broken.
Lord, there is nothing we cannot do. Oh Lord, we command, oh God, my body.
Every yoke will be broken. And the name of Jesus Christ, every yoke will be broken.
Oh Lord, my Father,
in Jesus' name we pray. Open your eyes and look up here. You know what? The three Hebrews, you know the story. I want to bring something out. They went through the fire. I want you to think about the bragging of the king, Nebuchadnezzar, the bragging. And how he brag and challenge God and say all sorts of things. And eventually put the three people in the fire. I'm asking you, what was God looking at when they were tying those people? What was God looking at when they were putting them in the fire? Well, you know why God allowed that? So that the miracle can be great. So that the person that said, who is that God? That person is the person to see, there's somebody there. He looked like the Son of God. Your life will be a testimony. We're going to pray a prayer now. On that note, you know, if you are not there, you will not be able to pray this prayer. I was there, so I know what you're talking about. Some of you are not there. Some of you, you went to the farm, and then you came back from the farm. And they say, you have letter. You say, what kind of letter? Say it's on the table. And then you go there and say, what is it? They say, American lottery. What is it? Who did it for me? Your brother in America, lottery. What do I do now? Go to Lagos. Go to embassy. What do I do? Just give it to them. And you got it. Give the paper to you. And then you say, you're going to America. Me? And then you came to America. And the following week, you got here, you got a job. And you say, is that how God blesses people? And then you are happy. You don't understand what God did for you. Ask me. I will explain to you what it means not to have green card. That little piece of thing like this, that small thing like this, it makes a lot of difference. When you have certificate in your hand and you see job and you can apply, then you know what it means. When you have to go and beg people, can you borrow me dress to wear for my children? Not that you don't have certificate, so not that you are lazy, but that little four corner thing. I don't know why they call it green card, because it's blue. Why do they call it green? When you don't have it paralyzes you as if you are nothing and nobody. But God makes a way.
Amen.
We are going to, you know what I'm saying? Things are difficult now, immigration wise. It has never been this difficult in this country. They are rolling people out every day. That's where I'm going. But in the middle of that, your God is going to show up.
Amen.
Because that's what God was waiting for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. The fire is raging now. And so join me now to decree. For the Bible said, thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. We are going to decree all across the region. Every member that has no green card. We don't know, we don't want to tell God how it's going to do it. We don't care. We just want a miracle in your life. And if you got yours at the kitchen table, you don't know what it means. But those of us who were here for 7 years begging for food, we know what it means. And so we know that's why when it comes to that, it is something that touched me so much. I thank God for those of us who got at the kitchen table. It's a blessing of God. We are not making it cheap. But we must pray as if you are bothered that in the middle of this government, miracle will happen. Amen. That they will say, this is God. Oh. Because the heart of the king is in the heart of God. And he told him to whithersoever he wants. You agree with me? Yes. Open your mouth and talk to Daddy. Daddy, make a way. Daddy, make a way. Daddy, make a way. Miracle for my sister, for my brother. Miracle. My sister, cry now. Miracle for my brother. Miracle. Your application will be approved. Your application will be approved. Miracle will happen for you. Miracle will happen on your behalf. The immigration officer, God created him. Your application, the person reviewing your application, God created that person because of the Bible, because of Christ. Lord, grant us favor. Lord, grant us favor. Lord, give us a miracle. Miracle. Pray now. My sister wants a miracle. My brother wants a miracle. Give me a miracle, oh God. In this way, in this finally funny, give us a miracle. That's our prayer. That's our request. That's our prayer. That's our prayer. Pray. Miracle. God of wonder, give us miracle. God of wonder, give us miracle. God of wonder, give us miracle. We need miracle. For my sister, miracle. For my brother, miracle. It will come. It will come. The Lord will give us a miracle. In Jesus' name we pray. Everywhere the application is, the Lord will work out the miracle. The person reviewing your application was created and is created by God. The spectacle of the Holy Ghost will come upon that person. We approve your application. Every application they have rejected in the past, from today, they will be approved. All the paper they are asking you to submit, you don't have them. Don't worry about them. God himself will submit a supplement that will approve your paper. You have been here for 5 years, for 3 years, for 2 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. Your suffering has come to an end. Where they have said no way before, now there is a way for you. Across this region, the Lord grant us favor in the name of Jesus Christ. Our brethren will not suffer in silence. Your life will not be a waste. You know, sometimes when the green card comes, you don't know if you should cry. You don't know if you should laugh. The day I got mine, I don't know if I should cry. Maybe I should laugh. I said, is this what they are calling that thing? And it make a difference that day. You just notice that your life just changed. Your life will change for the better. As we pray this afternoon, the mercy of God will come upon this region. And every brother, sister, that situation, God will carry your case and will answer for you in the name of Jesus Christ. Every effort you have made that didn't work before, now it will work. Every person that told you no before, our Father, our Daddy in heaven, we arrest that person and they will give you yes. I said they will give you yes. We agree to, Bible says if two of us shall agree, we are more than two here. As we agree together now, they will give you yes. My sister, my brother, you will not get no again in the name of Jesus. Well, you say, well, Pastor, I didn't apply now. I don't have anything to apply about. Don't worry about that. Listen to me. You know what the Bible said? When you read Bible, God provoked that king to say we must number the people. There's no reason for numbering. So you know why? So that so that Mary and Joseph can go. In fact, they've been doing census for many years. For that year, they said everybody must go back to their own native land, so that the prophecy can come to pass. Now, you didn't apply, you don't know what to apply, you have to apply about, don't worry about that. God himself will raise up a policy that will benefit you. I know why you are not saying amen, because you think the president will not do that. But you need to understand how God used pagan king to accomplish his purpose. I said God will raise up a policy. We agree together that our daddy in heaven will remember us today. On your behalf, he will raise up a policy that will benefit you, that will benefit all, that will benefit our church. That instead of wasting your life, wasting your money, God will give you a testimony. We're going to pray together that as we round up this section now, that all our churches are going to pray and Lord will send out fire. Amen. Church, that's the next thing we are looking for now. Fire. The Holy Ghost fire. The church needs it now. If we are going to do this crusade in Lowell here and succeed, we are going to go out this afternoon. Banner is here, Ampla flyer is here. I'm telling you, I told them this morning, just open your eyes and look up here. You see all this flyer here, this banner? I'm telling you, that's not the deal. That's not the deal. I told the workers there this morning, the first revival we have in Boston, years ago, there were about 5 of us in the church at that time. That revival. The first revival we had. It was marker. I used to write the flyer. I used marker on paper. I didn't know they were printing things. Where will I get money? When we wrote them with marker all over. Then we went and got a call and stash. You know a call? I don't know what they call it in English. Pack. Thank you, pack. And stash. Me and mommy and one brother, Ebenezer, 3 of us. We went all the streets in Boston and pasted those things on electric pole with starch. We didn't know that they can use stapler. We didn't know they can print banner. We didn't know. We went all over, 3 of us. We pasted it all over the whole city for the first revival we had. And it was a modest revival. What can 5 people do? But that revival brought people from Maine, brought people who were deeper life that were lost in the city. They said, hey, deeper life is here. Brother Felix came, Brother Anthony came, and so many of them, they just came to the revival. I said, really? And then they stayed in the church. Felix became our Sunday school teacher from that revival. That same Anthony that came gave me a car. The first car I drove was one who gave the car to me. The testimony I told you said, God said, I'll kill you if I don't give the car to the pastor. But that Anthony came to that revival. After the revival, he was coming to church every Sunday until God told him, give your car to the pastor or I'll kill you. He told me himself, he said, God wants to kill me. Because he told God, no, I can't do it. God said, you have to give the car to him. It was the fruit of the revival. So as we come this afternoon, the flyers are great, the ambience are great, we have so many types of flyers. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you and I. Fire will burn in this city. Amen. You understand? Fire burn every shaft. Amen. What we need is not fire. It's not, we need it, or we're going to use it this afternoon. But you know what I'm praying for? What I'm desiring God from now is that as you go out this afternoon, you meet somebody sick, they will rise up. Amen. What? That's publicity. Which church do you go? Deeper Life. I want to go there. That's what I thought. Fire. I need it. You need it. Amen. The church need it. Amen. And it's going to burn all the way from Bridgeport to Manchester. Amen. That's what we're going to spend the rest of the time to pray. Oh, you and myself. Fire. Fire. Do you know that? I told them yesterday, for the rest of this month, fire. Amen. When you take a little match like this and you spark it, you to see all the bush burning in what's it called, California. Acres of land, bomb. They have to take helicopter to drop water. I'm asking you, that fire started with a little cigarette. When the fire comes from Bridgeport, it's going to begin to expand. Amen. It will expand. Amen. Look at your amen. Amen. If you allow me to repeat what I told them this morning, Jonathan Edwards preached sinner in the hand of angry God. After the message, people heard the pillar of the church like this. They saw themselves sinking to hell. Literally, they feel like they were sinking to hell. They heard the pillar of the church and they were crying, I don't want hell. One single message in Connecticut. And Jonathan Edwards lived in Massachusetts here. He was a minister in Massachusetts here. Great men of God, Jacob, many of them, that great men. He was in Massachusetts, I'm telling you. New England region has become the epitome of evil in America. Every worst in America starts from New England. Homosexuality, everything here. And I'm asking you, who wants to put a ministry in Northeast? You see anyone here? See TD Gate here? Creflo here? Mention all the big leagues. You see them here? Who wants to come here? We are all set. I told them this morning, don't you see Halloween coming on your street? I was in Dallas last week. You won't see traces of Halloween here, no? But when you go to your store, you see them evil. And people come from Canada, they come from UK to come and worship witchcraft in Salem, in your own state. In your own region, in my own region. Something must happen to you. Amen. Something must happen to me. Amen. I can't hear you. Something must happen to us. Amen. If you are ready for this church thing you are doing church, sit down and do church. Me, I'm coming out of church. No, I'm not going to people. I'm coming out of doing church. That's what I mean. Amen. I want to wake up and you will wake up. Amen. And you know, when you wake up, Satan will come near your house with big grace. Amen. That's why we're going to cry for the rest of the time. Oh Lord, I am tired of where I am. If you are sleeping, you rise up. If you want to sleep, you are okay where you are, just sit down and sleep. That's all right. Because anybody will not get fired, but I will get fired. Therefore, I will get the genuine one. You know what the Bible says about the apostles? They've turned the city upside down. They turned the city upside down. I'm asking you, how did they turn the city upside down? Peter, that was a coward yesterday, he now said, we cannot but speak the thing that we have seen. You were a coward yesterday, but now something came upon Peter. Something good will come upon our life. They're going to cry before we go this afternoon. All the way from Bridgeport to Manchester, fire upon everyone in the church. The anointing of the Holy Ghost, open your mouth and cry if you want it. If you don't want it, just sleep. That's all right. When we wake up, when we get on fire, you will meet us on the way. The Lord will anoint me, anoint you with fire. Holy Ghost fire. That's how to pray, my sister. The devil is waging war against your life. You better wake up and pray. Satan wants to ruin your ministry completely. You need fire to quench all the fiery darts of the enemy. Oh Lord, baptize me with fire. Oh Lord, anoint me with fire. Let the fire of the Holy my heart. Anointing. Let the power of the Holy Ghost set it fall on me. Every day, fire. We are going to pray, we are going to cry, we are going to tarry, we are going to fast for the power of the Lord. The church you need the power of the Lord. Don't just see that there and call yourself deeper life without the power of the Lord. Oh Lord, I need power. We are going out this afternoon, Lord, we need power. Power to go nowhere outside that. Look at the way you are praying, my brother. Look at the way you are praying, my brother. Look at the way you are praying. Power that defeats the enemy. Power that puts the devil on the rock. Anointing upon the church. Oh God, it's our prayer. It's our cry. Anointing upon the church. Keep on praying. I want that anointing. I want that power. I want that anointing. I want that power. I want the power of the Lord. The anointing to do exploits. Church, wake up and pray. Anointing that change your life completely. The power of the Holy Ghost that change your life completely. The power that transforms my life. Oh Lord, you can't leave me like this. You can't leave me like this. What can I do without you? What can I do without you? What can I do without you? Holy Ghost. What can I do without you? What can I do without you? What can I do without you? Holy Ghost. I cannot quit without you. I cannot pray without you. I cannot speak without you. Holy Ghost. I cannot pray without you. I cannot preach without you. I cannot pray without you. Holy Ghost. Amen. Amen. Look up here. You know the problem of the church is the problem of prayerlessness. Check it out. It's the problem of prayerlessness. There is only one thing the church cannot do now is to pray. Everybody is tired of praying. And you know, America make it difficult. You have to work, 2 jobs, and I'm not being rude. I'm just telling you that being busy is being under Satan's yoke. You will not be under the yoke of Satan.
Amen.
If you are too busy to pray, you are finished. If anybody is too busy to pray, Satan loves people like that. Because you just kick them like balls all around. But listen to me. If you are going to pray, you need God. Can you pray without the Holy Spirit? Can you preach without God? You pray for a few minutes and tired, you are tired. That's why everybody must cry. Oh Lord, I don't want anything. I want fire. That will keep me praying. You know, when you pray, are you thinking about Jacob? Jacob prayed all night. The enmity of thousands of many years were turned to friendship. Prayer. You know, if you want to do something that is not according to the law of the land, it's by prayer. Ask Esther. Esther changed the law of the land by prayer. All the deeper life prayer, and we preach for 10 hours, and then right up and pray, they go into the bathroom, they are yawning. I'm asking you, look up here. Amen. Amen. I'm asking you now, which location here? We have location everywhere now. I'm asking you, which location here you have people waiting after service, praying, tarrying there? Any location? After the service, you see 3 people. Oh Jesus, I want it. Where is the location? Before you share the grace, pastor, you are too long. I have to go to work. Oh, but pastor, you need money. Oh yes, I do. The church needs money. But you know, we are being deceived. Anything that stops you from praying is killing us. I'm working out the statistics for the church in Boston now. I'm going to share with them. And maybe one day I'll bring you to the region, I'll share with you. And then you see all our nakedness, all of us, including myself, our nakedness. Everybody is busy. I'm busy, Pastor, I'm busy. Pastor, excuse me, I'm busy. Excuse me, Pastor. Well, that's okay, no problem. But I'm going to show you that all the deeper life people I know are ungrateful people, including myself. We are ungrateful. Because God gave you 168 hours in a week, and you cannot give 1% to the Lord. 1%. One. God is not worthy to take 1% of our time, and we call ourselves Christians. Just 1%. 1%. You can't give it to God. But we are deeper right, we are Christians. We are hypocrites. But you know, if we cry and say, Lord, I don't want to be like that. I want to change. This is real Christianity now. The Bible says the kingdom of God suffered violence. The violent take it by what? You need to be violent against yourself. And you know, when the Spirit comes upon you, He will wake you up at night. He will wake you up at night. He will throw you into your living room. Just cry. You know something has come upon you. I've been asking the mommy, I've been telling me, Daddy, I don't like you, you are too fat. I said, yes, you want. Now, prayer will make me think. I didn't hear your amen. Amen. My daughter said amen here. You know something, say amen. Amen. When you pray, something will make you sing. And we all need to get sick, all of us. Because all this Christianity we're talking about, they're not Christianity. Don't let us deceive ourselves. If you want them to be deceiving you, it's not Christianity. They're just joking. When you walk through Christianity, go and read about Apostle Babalola of CAC. Go read about him. Go read about him. He lied down on the ground like this. He lost in prayer. Oh Lord, make me like that. Help me to have time. In the business of America. America will kill people. The man lied down and was praying like this. A python came out. Crawl and crawl and crawl over the man. The man didn't know. He was lost with God. If I stay by side with him before God, what do you think God is going to ask me? And by the way, it's not nice making and making, that's not the answer. It's prayer. When the python crossed over him, the python dried up. Fire passes fire. Dried up. That's Christianity. The man didn't have too much. He didn't go to university though. He stopped in primary 4, primary 3. That's all he read in his life. But he has something inside him that is very, very, that is venomous, more than the venom of fighting. The fighting got dried up. That's Christianity. I had a story of one of our overseers. Somebody told me a story, the person told me a story is here. You know the overseer, he didn't as overseer. Oh Lord, I don't want to be an overseer, please Lord, take it away. Just give me prayer. Just leave me. You know. One of our overseers, you know what happened? He went to Nigeria. he got to Nigeria, armed robbers stole, I think they took taxi or something like that, and they forget the bag inside it, and they took the bag away. The passport, money, everything. And you know in Nigeria, the man got into the room, hotel room I was told, lie down and lock the door. I said, Lord, that passport must come back here. Give her that passport. The man prayed. I don't know how long he prayed. He just locked himself up. Oh Lord, you must bring it back. In Nigeria. You don't know Nigeria? That's gone, is gone, right? Holy Spirit will lay the man. He said, come back. The man didn't know the person he took in the taxi. He didn't know where he know the hotel. He said, go back to that hotel. When he got there, he said, I'm sorry, I took somebody, I don't know where the person, I dropped the person off in this hotel. The passport in Nigeria. The man brought the passport and the bag and the money back to the hotel. The man just said, I'm not going to stand up here until that passport comes back. If you were me and you, they're calling you to get another passport. That's Christianity. When are we going to go to that all this church thing we are doing? The time has come for church, for Christians to know. They always say they that know their God, they shall be strong. You will be strong. Amen. You will be strong. Amen. And they shall do exploits. We want to do exploits. Amen. All those who are praying about today, our children, everything is prayer. It's prayer. You take authority. The devil is waging war against every. You are the convention in Dallas. If you hear what the devil is doing with some of the children, it's an international warfare. But prayer in the Holy Ghost. It will do something. Amen. Our time is done. We're going to pray for Lower. But before then, we're going to pray for ourselves. Let's close our eyes. Now you understand what I'm talking about, Lord. Make me a real Christian. Make me a Christian with testimony. Make me a Christian with power. Open your mouth and pray. Open your mouth and pray. Open your mouth and pray. Oh Lord, I want to be a Christian with power, with anointing. I want to be a Christian with testimony. I want to be a Christian that knows God. I want the overflowing of the power of the Lord upon my life, upon the church. The enemy is waging war, but we are going to win. We will win. The devil is waging war in this last day. The anointing of the Holy Ghost will set us free. Will give us power. Things will fall in place for you. But the Lord will make a way for you where there seems to be no way. You know, we do it. Let's pray as we go out this afternoon. The power of the Lord will go with us. I want to pray for Lower Church here. That this church will come out of obscurity. Every darkness overshadowing the church. The power of the Lord will blow it away. The light of the Lord will come upon this church. The power of the Lord will come upon this church. The glory of the Lord will come upon this church. The glory of the Lord will come upon this church. This crusade, we are going to pray. The Lord will draw multitude of souls into the kingdom. Pray. Pray to the Lord. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. As we go, the Lord will go with us. The Lord will walk with us. Our life will make a difference. God brought us to this land. The purpose of God will be fulfilled in our life.
Amen.
You are praying today. Every prayer point we have raised today, heaven will sanction it for us. In your life, in your family, in your household, you will not sorrow. As you labor and serve the Lord, the God that never fails will reward you abundantly in the name of Jesus Christ. The Lord will answer all our prayers. My sister, my brother, you will not be discouraged. The enemy will not overtake your life. The power of a real believer will walk in your life, will walk in my life, and will populate the kingdom of God. We serve the Lord with our lives in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, we thank you for today. For our brethren who are not here, whatever reason, you bless them as well in Jesus' name. This year, academic year, every student in our church, young and old, I declare you will succeed in the name of Jesus Christ. As we go out this afternoon, the power of the Lord will go with us. The Lord go before all and come after all. And this crusade coming will be fruitful, be successful in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father, for answering.
Thank you, Jesus.
In Jesus' name, we pray. Shall we all be seated, please? If you have a program paper in your hand, I'm going to read it to you and then we go for our lunch. As much as we thank the Lord for every one of you, I must say that many people are not here today. And I was wondering why many people are not here. Because this crusade is coming up at not during the summer, the school has started. Because of that, we do not have too many involvement of the state there. So I want to really emphasize that this meeting in Lower, the crusade, is a regional program. It's not for Lower brethren only. I thank God for all of you that got my email that you are wearing your t-shirt. I appreciate that. You don't even wear didn't get the email. That's the t-shirt we used last year for Worcester and Springfield. The same thing we are doing here. So I need to appeal to you. During the revival or crusade, whatever, we need to have you here that Friday and Saturday. Please. What we did in Worcester and Springfield is what we want you to do here. The choir in the region, it's not a lower choir, it's a regional choir, should be singing. So please, I expect everyone to be part of this. And the Lord will reward you in Jesus' name. Amen. As we go out this afternoon, the little we can do, we will do. But with prayer. And if you look at the program sheet in your hand, look at the back page. Everybody got this? You ran out? All right, you can share. At the back, you'll see that we have prayer meeting scheduled. As from tomorrow, we're going to be having prayer meeting every Sunday night for this crusade. So I want everybody in the region to join this prayer meeting. This prayer meeting supersedes any other prayer meeting going on. There's another prayer meeting, you suspend there for this one. And we need to be obedient so that we can have the fruit of obedience. Tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., tomorrow is Sunday, Pastor Friday and Pastor Lokutele will be leading us in prayer for 1 hour for this crusade. The following Sunday, Pastor Babala and Pastor Adekoya will be leading us in prayer. Same time, the login number is there, the access code is there. We want everybody to please log in and join us to pray. Brethren, I can't overemphasize the importance of this prayer. Lowell is a battleground. And if you don't see, that's why I'm talking about it seriously. We need so much prayer. I want to tell you, people don't see this church here. People don't see this church here. They just probably don't see the church. They don't know there's a church here. They pass by every day. We were standing here this morning. Somebody came in to make a U-turn. They made this place a U-turn place. We were parking there. Me and Manu were there early this morning before everybody. And the lady came and made a U-turn and went out. I said, did she notice a church? And if you know the warfare going on here, this is the only location I know in this region that you cannot preach loud. You must not shout here. If you shout here too much, when I'm shouting now, police might show up here. It's the only location I know. You must not shout, must not preach loud. There's a warfare going on here. And so I want you to understand where we are facing. It's not it's nowhere problem. It's not low, it's regional problem. By the way, can I remind you? Years ago, when we were thinking about church in Lower, for many years we were thinking about church in Lower. Every time I said, mommy, it's like something will pull me like this. I didn't see anyhow. It's like they just pull me back. Don't go. Eventually one day I said, mommy, we have to go. So we jumped into the car. We had a brother living here at that time. When we came here, we were looking for a place of fellowship. I've called somebody and they said, come over and see the place. When 1 p.m. in the afternoon, daylight, we parked the car there. We went upstairs. Before we came back, the car was vandalized. Mommy's bag, credit card, they were gone. Broke all the glass. And you know what? Somebody sat at the other side, was looking at the person breaking the car. They called police. When I came out, the man said, the man went that way. He told me that he went that way. And he sat there, was looking at the car being broken into. And I said, mommy, didn't I tell you that something? So we withdrew. About 2 years later, then the church came here. And it's always a warfare battle. So we are not dealing with something small here. And so I need to beg you, church, prayer. You call me to the our pastor, please, I didn't tell you before, pardon me for just announcing it. I didn't have the time to tell you ahead of time, that's why. I need your help. I really need your help. Prayer. And the Lord will walk with us. To rescue one soul, just one. It's a battle here. But you know what? There's a church where Satan's seat is. This church will stand. Amen. I said this church will stand. Amen. I said this church will stand. Amen. I asked the pastor this morning to tell the workers. The original, this church was closed down. You don't know that? Not our own. The person who owned the church before. It was a closed down church. They ran the man out of town. My pastor was telling me that he said the church was dwindling. And then he sold the church to us. Sold the building to us. And took his church, dwindling church. And then they killed him. Well, the man just died. Went home to be our Lord in heaven. Thank God for a pastor who went home. But I'm not sure that that's the plan of, I don't know him. I don't know how old he was. And so if you inherit a building like that the members are dwindling down, it's a warfare. It's a warfare. So the thing I talk about now is not that I have a revelation. It's just things you know. And so we cannot abandon the brethren here, abandon the pastor here. So well, that's his church. It's our church. And like I told the workers, I'll be here next Saturday morning to come and clean the yard. I didn't like their yard. There are too many leaves. So I come on Saturday. Because if this is my church, the physical church, well, you know, I will rake all the credit card in my church. I will rake them. And thank God they are here. I will rake them. I will turn this plate so that when I break, don't you like these chairs? The Lord is helping them. This is a brand new chair. I want to carry about 20 to Boston today. So they allow me. But you know, if we are going to bring people of high caliber here, we must make it thing. But it's not a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. I told the worker this morning, one of our churches, not in our region, they had that building for years. Nobody saw the building. Until they began to pray. When they pray like this and pray and pray and pray, one day the pastor said, hey, stop that prayer. We own that building. We didn't trouble you. You are worshiping here, we didn't trouble you. Now you start troubling us. What's the problem? You know what that means? They were living with evil in that church for years. The pastor said, hey, you are the owner, okay, I'm ready for you. When that pastor began praying, you know what happened? The church that faced, the building that faced that church, they said, pastor, is there a church here? We didn't know there is a church here. After about 3 years, directly opposite the church, we didn't know there was a church here. The enemy covered the glory of that church. We can't afford that to happen here. That's why I'm begging you to join this prayer. You know we answer. So, okay, the rest is here up to October 13. The day we finish the revival, we're still going to pray 8:30 in the evening. And of course, prayer and fasting continue tomorrow. New Britain is praying. Brockton and Bridgeport are fasting tomorrow. You see it on top there. And then next Sunday, Manchester is praying. Providence and Springfield is fasting. I assume that Manchester fasted last week, but that was the last week of fasting. I assume you did. October 6th, New Evening and Providence will pray. Boston people will fast and pray. And so that's the schedule. It's going all around. And the Lord bless us in Jesus' name. Before we share the grace and get to the next program, come to the middle page. I'll read this to you and then we'll round up. Family prayer. And follow me as I read. The Bible says in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1 to 7. These are the statutes and judgments which the Lord your God has commanded to teach you, that you may observe them, that you may fear the Lord your God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command you, you and your son and your grandson, all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged, that may be well with you, and that you may multiply greatly, as the Lord God your Father promised you, in land flowing with milk and honey. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. All these words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. Faith is transmitted intergenerationally from father to son. The place of transmission and training is not the synagogue or the temple or the church, or by inference the church. It is the home. The home has always been the institution upon which God depended for the transmission of faith. While sitting in the house, while walking by the way, while rising up in the morning or retiring in the evening, there were conversations about the Lord. Spontaneous faith. Lessons were to occur. Praise was heard. Sincere prayer was to be prayed. Every day, God was acknowledged. He was never taken for granted, never ignored. In the Christian home, as it was in the Hebrew home, it should be a normal thing for parents, for children to hear parents talk about faith. The atmosphere of the home should be filled with audible and visible signs of our love for God. What you hang on your house. These were not to be formal teaching sessions held 4 times daily. This was incidental teaching. It was teaching that was as natural as breathing. Parents who love the Lord openly create an infectious environment in which children catch the faith. Intentional teaching and training are essential, but incidental inculcation of value is even more powerful. If how we live and spontaneously respond to the challenges of life does not reflect deeply held practices, all our intentional effort will fall flat. All our teaching will fall flat if the way we respond are not godly. Formal prayer and worship times are important, but it is the flavor of the home that is so radically transforming. It is the diligent love of the Lord, not merely dutiful devotional time. It is having the word in our heart that naturally spring to conversation with and about the Lord while sitting in the house and talking. It is not what we try to do. It is what we most naturally do. It is the natural bubbling up of our love for the Lord that speeds out on every aspect of family life, and does so in a way that is natural and not contrived. When we get up, we praise Him. When we walk by the way and notice a sunset, we offer gratitude. When we lie down, we whisper wishful worship thanks. When we sit by the child with a favored brow, we sing prayerfully to the Lord. Symbols of faith were to be on your hand and on your forehead, between your eyes. The placement of these symbols together, faith, is to affect our doing, our seeing. On the doorpost of your house and on your gate were also visible symbols of faith. The place and the people who lived there were to be marked as belonging to God. What's the role of the father? New Testament instruction for transmitting faith is found in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 4. And you fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the admonition and training of the Lord. This command is specifically for fathers. The power of a father's example in faith is profound. Fathers are not to provoke their children to wrath. They are not to relate in a way that irritate or exasperate a child. They avoid provoking negative behavior. Relationships are framed in a way that invite a positive response. This means a father must know the temperament and the personality of each child. The second command is positive. Father are to bring their children up in the training, nurture, and admonition of the Lord. The home is God's discipline institution. Children are the disciples of Christian parents. The first tool to use in discipline is nurture, training. It involves love, correction, instruction, and when necessary, redirection. Admonition means warning and reproof. The Greek word is notesia, from noise, meaning mind or intellect, and titemi, meaning to put or play. The idea is to put or play something in the mind. The father helped the child say positive alternative to life choices. Admonition sometimes says no, but also point out the right way. In American society, we accept responsibility for the care, basic provision, and shelter of children. Sadly enough, we have allowed the state, the country, to assume responsibility for the education of our children. Further, we have asked the church to assume the responsibility for the moral education of our children. This was never the intent of God. It is not what the Bible teaches. The tradition of the family altar. 150 years ago, family worship was common. Christian family prayed together daily. Old altars and worship centers were common. Guests participated. Worship consisted of Bible reading, prayer, and singing. The family altar acknowledged dependence on the invisible guest of the home, God Himself. He says, we are not alone. On special occasions, in good times and bad times, and in seasons of transition and triumph, the family gathered to pray. When something good happened, they would stop and offer prayerful times. When danger threatened, they prayed. Family prayer does not have to be long. 10 to 15 minutes may be sufficient. Consistency is the most important than the length of the prayer. The greatest need of prayer in the Christian home, in the Christian community, is the Christian home. The disappearance of the family altar has come simultaneously with the breakdown of the family and the culture war on our youth. We are losing our own key to the war. The absence of prayer in the home is more damaging than is absent in the church. Did you hear that? The absence of prayer in the home is more damaging than the absence of prayer in the church. In fact, when prayer is something strange and foreign to daily life, we have created something very different from New Testament community or Christianity. Without the family altar, Christianity is in danger of becoming a just for Sunday activity. Sunday that are praying. The family altar marks the home. It invites conversation about God we serve. It defines who we are, the family belonging to and representing God. It differentiates us from the world around us. The family altar is a reminder that we are the people of God. Prayer acts, and around it creates unforgettable expression that anchored all for a lifetime. That's what I want to take back home, look at the back page, and then we'll pray. Admonition to you as you go. Never, never lose sight of the responsibility to be carried out as a parent. We are praying today. Prayer is wonderful, but we have to do something. Keep the spiritual welfare. Some people are not looking at what I'm reading. You don't have a copy. I hope you are listening. Keep the spiritual welfare and interest of the child uppermost in your life. Not their education, their spiritual welfare should be uppermost in our heart. Be more concerned to build character and integrity in the child that will make him merely acceptable to others. Seek to keep the atmosphere of the home free from strife and tension between husband and wife. Strive to keep the channel of communication open between parent and the child. Encourage what is right, and don't be afraid to commend what is commendable. Be consistent in discipline. Beware of undermining the child's confidence in those who are given responsibility in helping him. Guard closely your child's entertainment. Guard closely your child's entertainment. Don't expect the Sunday school or the Bible school to make up for the deficiency of the home. Teach respect for authority. Place as much confidence and trust in the child as you can safely can. Strive to give the child something worthwhile to challenge him. Seek to find a path that is saving. Don't let the demand of life, brethren, don't let the demand of life crowd out the time needed to be devoted to your family. I repeat, don't let the demand of life crowd out the time you needed to devote it to your family. Give the child the feeling that he has your interest and support. Surround the family with prayer and with good example. May the Lord make us faithful in the name of Jesus Christ. Let's bow down our heads to pray. Commit yourself to the Lord. As we go, the Lord will go with us. You'll be faithful. You'll be faithful. I will be faithful. The Lord has answered our prayer. We will not destroy the prayer with our attitude. The Lord has answered our prayer. We will not cancel the prayer with our action. Lord, make me wise. Make you wise. Commit yourself.
Father, we thank you for what you have taught us. We bless your name because of the Spirit that can walk wonderfully with us. We give you all the praise for strengthening our pastor. Lead us in those sessions of prayers and also give us these important imperatives on how to run our families, how to pray and to raise our children. We pray in every prayer we have prayed, every tears we have shed, every hand we have reached out. God in heaven, hear us and grant answers in Jesus' name. Amen. Beyond our praying, you will do much more for us. To all our children, as we have read and as have been taught, they shall be taught of the Lord. And great will be our peace and their peace also in Jesus' name. Pray, Father God, the second part, the reason why we're here today, to do your work, to be the hands for Jesus, the mouth for Jesus, the body for Jesus, to represent your interest in drawing souls to the kingdom. We're praying as you strengthen us in the first part, so you will strengthen us to do this in Jesus' name. We're pleading and praying that your strength will be available for all of us. that anywhere we go in this city, Christ will be known. His glory will shine forth, and your power will walk with us in Jesus' name. This regional crusade coming up, we pray, Father, great will be the harvesting of souls coming to the kingdom through our prayer effort in Jesus' name. As we want to eat our food, before we go out, we pray, oh God, will sanctify the food and let it nourish our body. Give us strength to be able to work for you more and do more for you, for your glory in Jesus' name. Bless you for this. In Jesus' name we pray. I want to thank the Church of God for coming tonight, this morning for this program. As we have just finished the prayer and forum, we're waiting on the Lord. We want to ask, we have a break by giving us food. Then after that, we'll have 30 minutes for that. Then we'll break into different groups. We have 7 groups, which we're going to announce after the feeding, after the food, in the city of Lower. Lower is not too big, but fairly big, and we believe God will use us to reach lives, to touch lives, to bring them to Christ in Jesus' name. All our pastors and their wives will go upstairs to the mini conference for our own food, while the rest of us will stay here. Please just have half an hour for the feeding, that we can cover them. We thank God because we are ending up at the time when people are coming out in our research for evangelism. We'll be coming out around 3:30, and we'll be going out. So believe God will give us enough people to reach for the gospel in Jesus' name. For pray on the food, we expect our sisters to bring the food so that we can distribute for everyone. Please don't go home yet, we have not finished. That's the reason why you came. Please, after we're taking our food, let's stay around. We have 30 minutes to do that. Thank you very much. We have 2 restrooms. We have one up there on your left side, and we have one in the basement. So if you want to use our restroom, thank you very much.